There we go. I believe this is working. Or is it registering still? I see a circle going around here. There we go. What's up, Facebook Live? Joe coming to you live here late evening, Thursday evening, August 13th. It's been a long time since I've been on this big computer here. I see a couple changes here that Facebook has made to this system. But I want to come on here and give you some insights. When everything is going wrong, what do we do? As a reminder, before people start logging on here, lemon water. Keep drinking your lemon water. Vitamin C, vitamin D. Get out there and get some sun. Dr. Bart, thank you very much for the zinc. I just ordered my zinc. My zinc should be here tomorrow, so I'm going to up my health game, going into some zinc into the body as well. Continue eating good, sleeping good. I cannot stress enough, REM sleep is super important because your body only heals when you're in REM sleep. So all these things that collectively make the body healthy. So I want to remind you guys, make sure you're getting your lemon water. Keep the body healthy here. We're going on 11:35 Eastern Standard Time. Good to see everybody here logging on. But today's message, I want to get into this content of today, was everything was going wrong today. Things were going sideways. Things were going to the left. Things were going to the right. They were throwing curveballs at me. I had one thrown behind my head into the backstop. It was like Major League when he's throwing that wild pitch. And that's what it felt like today. Got on our mastermind call. And sure enough, I started making this long laundry list of all the things that were going wrong this week. And all of a sudden, this side of me says, well, what's going right? What are your wins? So then I listed a couple of my wins. So my wins column was this big. My what's going wrong column was this big. But ultimately, I got to find a gift in the wins. Things that I could control. There was like multiple things going wrong. One after the other. After I had like all 4 closings. We had a couple closings going on up north, a couple closings going on down here in Virginia. All of them got postponed. I'm not sure what's going on there with the business world, but everything was taking forever to go through in these closings. And I was like, all right, so what do we got to do? What's our options? I can't control when the things are going to close. I can make all the phone calls I want to make to the people, get the lawyers, get the closing agents, get the real estate agents and all this other stuff, but the reality is we cannot argue with reality. So good to see everybody logging in here late night Facebook Live, day 225 of 366, second night in a row because I've been going non-stop for the last 2 days. My body, when I come home, I've been crashing out. So I came home and took another power nap when I got home today. Nice hot bath, get this kink out of my shoulder, still feeling the kink in my neck. So I had this laundry list of things that were going sideways. I had a neighbor passed away we found out about yesterday. I was out there, came home from the job site yesterday. I was out there mowing the lawn. The neighbor comes over and says, hey man, did you hear what happened to our neighbor? I said, no. So Kathy and I went down and paid our respects today. We just never know what life's going to be throwing at us. Then we had all 4 closings postponed. Then we got a booking for the RV last night. And I got a short in the RV right now. So I had to call up the guy to get the RV repaired. And there was like a laundry list, one thing after the next, stacking and stacking and stacking. So as I'm writing this list in our mastermind call this morning, I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing? You're making this laundry list of what's going on. There's plenty of stuff and that's going wrong in this world right now. Don't focus on what's going wrong. Focus on number 1, what you can control. What can we control right here, right now, today? That's a good starting block. Good to see you, Sri. How are you this evening? That's a perfect place to start. What can I control? And then I remembered a couple days ago in my meditation, I was asking for certain things in my meditation. And now life in the universe and God, whatever you believe in, every time you ask for something, you're going to get it. So they said, okay, you want to rise up to your next level? Good. Well, first you have to go through this so before you can get over there. I want to see if you're serious. So then I was like, okay, now it's a game. I love playing sports. I love games, right? So I'm like, all right, now it's a game. You want to test me before you're going to allow me to that space of going into this next level. Not a problem. So all of a sudden I started putting things in perspective. And the farther that we went on to this mastermind call, I started saying, you know what? We're still here. We still have our health. We have food on the table. I've been listening to the Bible here on Audible. So I was up to like 2 o'clock in the morning last night, and I fell asleep. And at 5 o'clock I got woken up, and I was having like these dreams with. So I keep the headphones in, and I'm listening to this stuff as I sleep, because even while you're sleeping, a secret for you guys. Even while you're sleeping, you can program your mind. So you can get programmed by the TV, or you can get programmed by something that's going to be useful for you. So I've been doing this work 10 years, and for the last 4.5 years, you guys know I've been doubling down on it. I want to reprogram my mind, not from the old program, not what was going wrong. What can I control? What's going right? What are my wins? What am I celebrating today? So as the day started off sideways, went down to the funeral services today, I'm like, you know what? We're still here. We still got our health. Keep drinking your lemon water. Right on cue. Keep the body healthy. Get that sleep, that REM sleep. Your body's going to heal when you go into REM sleep. That's the only time it's going to heal. So I could have focused all day long. The old me would have. I would have focused on all the things that were going wrong. We got taxes going on right now. People know that I love taxes. Every time I show my taxes to people, they're like, Joe, how do you do this? This is going to drive me nuts just trying to figure this out. So Bill, when you watch this by Fort Mark County, he's like, I can't keep track of all this stuff. A lot of moving parts. So for me to sit down and do taxes, and all these things are going wrong with the RV, and all of a sudden the closings, all 4 closings are getting delayed. I'm like, hey man, and you guys know me, I'm high speed. I'm like, we got to hurry up, let's go. So what was life trying to tell me? And that's where the questions, I started asking better questions. When things are going sideways in your life, start asking better questions. So I said, what's life trying to teach me? Slow down. Focus on what you can control. Celebrate your wins. Because if you keep focusing on what's not going right, you will get more of that. I can guarantee you, if you focus on what's not going right, you will get more of that. So I can sit here and watch the news, the negative news, and constantly negative news, and all these things going on in the world today, or I can listen to a good audio book, read a good book, watch something inspiring, watch a good movie. It's going to inspire us to take action. The choice is ours. We all have that choice. So also, after I listed out my wins, I had this big long list of what was going wrong, listed out my wins, and you know what? I'm going to focus on today, the rest of today. What am I winning at? What can I win at? What can I do my best at today? So I took off, went to the job site. Chuck was already over, so Chuck, thank you, doing a great job over at the job site today. We got there, we knocked out the whole job site. Off to where we go? Fishing, you guessed it. We're doing a lot of fishing. So all these places that we go to, we have these fishing holes. So where can you feed yourself? We talked about this the other day, feed thyself. If we don't feed ourselves, we're going to run out of energy. And I saw Alina Keogh talked about this tonight. Somebody posted, said to Alina, says, I love your energy. That is the key right there. As I read her post, energy is everything. As we tap into more and more energy, it's going to boost our energy. We're going to get more of that. So all of a sudden, what started out as a very draining day, I even felt off when I woke up. All of a sudden, had this shift in consciousness. We finished the job, celebrated the win, went over, did some fishing. We caught like 12, 13 fish in about 20 minutes today. The water at their favorite spot was coming off the dam, and the fish were biting. So what are things in your life you can start focusing on that are going to help move you forward? Some of those things that we're going to go out there and propel you forward. Pull you forward. Instead of pushing it, let it pull you forward. Because there's plenty of what's going wrong in the world, what's negative in the world. There's plenty of that out there. It's always available. So I could have focused on the big list, or I could have focused on the small list. I said, you know what? I want to focus on these 4 things that are going right, the things that I can control. Let's build upon that. And all of a sudden, everything shifted. And we ended the day on a positive note. So the old me would have been said, you know what, I'm just going to sit home, let's drink some beer, hell with today, I'm going to call in sick to work, and all these other crazy things that our minds tell us. But the reality is, life is trying to tell you something, tell me something. So I started asking that question. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning when I wake up, is who do I need to become today? To leave all those things from yesterday in the past. Leave the things from yesterday in the past is probably the number one challenge we all face as human beings. Because most of the time, 80% of the things from yesterday come into tomorrow. We start our day with yesterday's crap. That's always available. I'm going to challenge you the rest of this week. Focus on the things you can control. Do your best at everything you can go out there and do in this world. Focus on your wins. Let go of the things that you cannot control. Most of us want to be in control. We're so in control that we're out of control. If you can't control it, let it go. Surrender is a better word. Because when you surrender those things, we can't do anything about them. And surrendering is not giving up, as we said many times in the past. Surrendering is not giving up. It's letting go of the things that we cannot control. So I let all those things go from the morning. Stepped into the afternoon. Yes, the rain was coming down and we're working out in the rain. And I was just like counting the blessings. We're still here. Prayers to our neighbor who just passed away suddenly. He was just over here in our backyard having a conversation with him not even a month ago. So I was praying for them today. I will pray for them tomorrow morning. I'll be praying for you tomorrow morning. Praying for all of us to focus on the things that we can control. Focus on our wins. Focus on the things that are going to move us forward. That's all we got is today. One more day. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful for one more day. So what are you thankful for today? This evening, going on midnight here, Eastern Standard Time, day 225 of 366 days in a row. Continue to show up as I say that the energy shoots through my body. Because I know who's going to pay the price. I know who's going to suffer if we don't show up. It's not about one or two or three people. It's about all of us rising as one to make that difference. I know a lot of you have been watching. It's time to get into the field to play. Put your uniform on. Get your headgear. Put your strap on. Our time has come to rise as one was the message yesterday. Our time has come. Our, meaning us, the collective. I truly believe something's getting ready to go down here. We haven't seen the worst of this yet. But when we stick together, we can get through anything. And I know one thing for certain, this too shall pass. Nothing is forever. And I was just listening to a part of this audio book I was listening to. He says, all streams run into the sea, but the sea is never full. All streams run into the sea, but the sea is never full. How is that possible? Wouldn't it just overflow? So I started thinking about that. And that's kind of the same thing as what's going on inside of us. We've taken all this information. Time to let it go. Surrender it. Today's message is loud and clear. What's wrong is always available. What's going sideways is always available. Hitting a curveball is one of my greatest challenges growing up as a little leaguer. But we figure it out. The human spirit is alive and well. We will figure it out. So thank you guys for going on this journey with us. Rising as one to make a difference. We are just getting started. are just getting started. I know if we focus on the things that we can control, focus on our wins, go out there and feed ourselves doing things that we enjoy, it'll all work itself out. Somehow, some way, the human spirit, the creative side of us, the creative side of our minds will figure stuff out. That is the blessing. That is the gift. So thank you to all my family and friends out there. Thank you for everybody following this journey. Thank you to yourself for giving yourself the space to let go and surrender to all that negative crap going on. To step into purpose, joy, gratitude, just being thankful for one more day. And as soon as we do that, everything shifts. We can go ahead and end the day on a positive note. Don't have bad weeks and bad days. Have bad moments. As you raise your level of awareness, have bad moments. I appreciate you guys. I honor you. Thank you. Our time has come to rise as one. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2:26. We're going to go take care of a few more things here paperwork-wise. Have a blessed and fantastic evening. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I honor you and appreciate you, and I thank you, and I love you. Have a great night. Peace.